question 23. We're going to come back and do this the same way. Now it's a little harder to factor maybe. It's one of these kind of what I call guess and check. I see 21. What multiplies to get 21? Well, 7 and 3, and they're both prime, so that's probably about it. And 7 minus 3 is 4, so that's a good sign. Since there's a minus in front of the 21, it means we subtract the two numbers and we get that. So we could think, well, this is going to factor into v and v, right? That gives us a v squared. 21 is 7 times 3. There's our 21. And now which one? One of them has to be negative, and one has to be positive, because when we multiply them, we have to get a negative. And this negative 4 tells us that the bigger one is the one that's negative. You can FOIL this out. You'll see that that works. V squared negative 21, and then v times negative 7 gives us negative 7v, and 3 times v gives us plus 3v. When you combine those, you get your minus 4v. So that works. That's equal to 0, so v plus 3 equals 0, or v minus 7 equals 0. Subtract 3 from both sides, v equals negative 3, or just see, if I put a negative 3 plus 3, I'm going to get 0. Add 7 to both sides, v equals positive 7. So our two answers, v is either negative 3 or 7. Those both give a resulting value of y being equal to 0. Let's do the same thing over here with the graphing calculator. I sometimes forget how to get back to the graph thing. Let's see. There we go. I should F6, I guess. Go back to the equations here. Now we still want y2 to be 0, but we want to change y1. That we want it to be, we use x instead of v, but squared, arrow over, subtract 4x, not the negative, it's a subtract because it's between two terms, and then another subtract 21. Okay, and again we can use this one. We'll hit execute, we'll draw, and you see the negative 3 there. Now we don't see the 7 because our window's not good enough, not far enough along. So V window, so we shift V window. We want our X max to be bigger than 7. Let's go with 10. That'll do it. If you're not sure, you can make it bigger. But now let's see if I can remember how to. Oh, I think we have to hit execute, and then we go back to draw. And now we should see it. And again, we can go to graph, G-solve, graphical solve. We can do intersection because we've got both, we've got two graphs, y1 and y2. Let's do that one. Gives us our first solve is negative 3. Okay, we got that already. And then we hit the right arrow, and it goes over and finds the other one at positive 7. Now again, we could have gone G-solve and said, let's find the root. And then it really ignores the second, the y2, right? But we have to tell it where do we want the root. And it's doing it for y1. I think maybe that's the default, negative 3 and 7. Now the next one I'm going to show you, we won't do this because there's something else over here. We're going to see we've got different y1 and y2. But if it's equal to 0, that's what the definition of a root is. We get the y equals 0 is the x-axis. So there's a special tool for that. Okay, so there's our answer there, and hopefully that was helpful.